look so beautiful. You look stunning.
Everybody dressed up for you, and yesterday everybody dressed in green for Cynthia.
Oh my
and
God.
It was so meaningful.
Do you remember the first time we met?
I will never forget it. We were at the play and Juliet.
Yes.
Which is my favorite. I've seen it 4 times. 4 times I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah. I like to take, the girls and their friends. And that particular night was Olive's birthday.
Oh my God, that's right.
And we were all sitting there, and it went like a line of telephone. It was, and they were like, Ariana Grande is over there. And all of a sudden, I just looked, and I was like,
May I tell you my side of the story, please?
Yes, please.
It's so insane. First of all, I don't know if you remember, but we finally locked eyes during Katy Perry's Roar.
Yes.
Do you remember that? And then the confetti starts blowing out of the air. It's very loud, it's very intense, and then Roar by Katy Perry is playing, and then I look, and there's this beautiful woman, this beautiful presence reaching towards me, and it's Drew Barrymore. And I was like, what is happening? And then we held hands.
We held hands.
We held hands like this across the row. And Katy Perry was still singing. And then you just made a little heart at me. And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know when I'll ever see her again. But it felt like Cinderella and the Prince. I was like, oh my God, I love her.
It was very Michelangelo,
Yes.
like touching hands,
Yes.
a little E.T.-ish.
A little E.T.
And I believe you were wearing a glove.
Was I?
I think so, or at
Why?
least, I don't know. But I see it in my head like a black sheer glove, or maybe I'm just crazy, but...
Oh my God.
I
was.
You were!
Anyway.
Because I remember the feeling. I was like, and her hand is so delicate and beautiful and cased in this gorgeous glove.
That's how I felt, but I think it was just your skin. It was just, oh my gosh, she's so soft.
I was just so happy to be in your presence.
Me too.
Growing up with my daughters, I've never said it like that before. But that is what it feels like, like I grew up in such a bizarre way in the industry. So growing up in a new way with them, you've been such an important figure in our life with your music. And then we also, I've seen every episode of Sam and Cat. And I was thinking about Sam and Cat when I was watching you play this extraordinary character. What was your process to do this incredible, comedic, beautiful, loving, sensual, physical? I mean, this is everything in the arsenal you have to pull out to play a performance like this. How did you do it?
I think, it kind of, not to sound too on the nose, but I think the first thing I remember really studying is Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz. And I remember sitting in front of the TV and watching how she sang, how she held herself, how she, every little subtlety. I was so in love with her. I loved her. She was probably my first, I guess, impersonation. I would do it for my grandparents and for my mom. And, oh my God, that's me!
I know.
Wait, do you know about the fact that I used to wear a Scream mask with this dress?
Why
Weirdly,
a Scream mask with Dorothy?
Well, because I was weird. And I loved Scream and I loved The Wizard of Oz, and I never knew how to marry the two, so I just did it, It felt good, it felt authentic, it felt like a good...
We're also talking about really difficult performances. Like, Scream was so much harder than it looked. To have that type of hyperventilation and tears energy for days after days. I have so much respect for what you've brought to this, the humanity. Again, there's something so sensual. You are subtle in moments, which I'm not good at. I'm a ham.
No, and you have it all. You do everything perfectly. Go on.
But it takes a lot of confidence to trust yourself to not go big or not go for the joke, but then also go for it, because nobody wants someone subtle the whole time.
Well, I think that is kind of the beauty of Glinda, is that she has these larger-than-life comedic moments, but there's also a lot just underneath the surface. And I think I really wanted to take the time to get to know her and to get to know her insecurities and her fears and the things she's desperate for. She seems, and she is a girl who's had everything handed to her on a silver platter her whole life, and she's grown up very privileged, but there's a lot that is missing from her. And I wanted to make sure that I knew what those things were, so that even amidst the comedy and even amidst, you know, the simple but beautiful things that she can say, like, look, it's tomorrow. Like, those things hold weight for her. And that I could use her trauma and her pain. I knew what it was, so that it could all just kind of be there, if I used it or not, if you see it or not. It's just, I wanted to get to know her.
Because I talked to Cynthia about what I kept pulling from when I watched it. Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. Sorry.
You have no idea, and the
She's so brilliant, isn't
tour
she?
you've been on, and everything that you've accomplished, this beautiful electric connection friendship that's so true and real and palpable, and we all feel it and sense it.
It feels really beautiful. I think, you know, what we shared felt so incredibly special every single day, and to us it felt, that's okay. Like, to us it felt that way, but you never know, you know. You're so lost in the sauce, if you will. You know, we were really in Oz for 2.5, 3 years, and we kind of tried to keep our blinders on and keep the outside noise and the expectations and the, you know, fears of what would or wouldn't work out of the room, so that we could just be as honest as possible with each other and with John Chu, our brilliant director, who created the safest space in the entire world. And he made it feel, it just really felt like such an intimate experience, considering the grandeur of it and the size of what it actually was, and to see people take from it the most important thing, which is the themes, the forgiveness, the love, the friendship, and that is the true magic of it.
And the pain and humanity.
Yes.
I don't think that I've seen a film, and what I said to Cynthia was, I love the history of cinema, yet I don't feel like I've seen a film, especially female-led, that handles this humanity and how people feel in the world, the way that you and Cynthia and John did together as a trifecta.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think, first of all, thank you, but I really think it's a beautiful thing that it fights for humanness. Yes. And the complexities that we're all so familiar with that come with just being a human being. And, you know, it asks the question, are people good or wicked? And the answer is so complicated. And it also asks the question, once you know the truth, what do you do with it? And I think we all want to be like Elphaba when we find out the truth, you know?
I know you so well as a musician, as we all do, but I see you as an actor right now. That is where because your performance in this is one for the ages.
Thank you so much.
It truly is.
That's really nice.
Like your whole life led up to this outflow. It's true. It's not easy to do these things, to be funny and strong and vulnerable and powerful and empathetic and righteous and all the colors that you bring to this. I, as an actor, have done this my whole life, and I'm watching you going, oh my God, how is she doing all of this?
That's really insanely kind coming from you. It's very surreal to hear coming from you. Thank you. All I wanted to do was the work, and I wanted to leave that audition room every single time knowing that I had, what is this? What is this?
I heard that
Oh, my goodness, hi.
Oh, immediate licks, immediate licks. Come on.
Uh-oh, Toulouse is gonna be mad.
Who's Toulouse?
My dog, my boy, he's gonna be like a little, you know, upset.
It's
He's gonna
smelling
sniff
you
it, but that's
and
okay.
wondering why you've two-timed him.
That's okay. Hi. Oh, he likes my body oil.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Hi. Hi, sweet thing. Hi.
I heard that you flew down to Florida to watch this with your Nona.
I did, yes.
Do you know that your Nona is very important here? In fact, I did a segment on the news about your Nona. I have a clip of it. Can I show it real quick? In her song called Ordinary Thing, Nona says, never go to bed without kissing goodnight. That's the worst thing you can do. And if you can't, and if you don't feel comfortable doing it, then you're in the wrong place. Get out. Ooh. Ooh.
She did.
I think that's very good advice.
I do too. You know, sometimes you need to hear from a Nona, from your 98-year-old, she's 99 now.
99.
Yeah.
And
She's going to town.
she saw the original Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
See, Wicked of Oz. Do you see the Freudian slip?
I love it.
Wicked of Oz. She saw the original.
Yes.
And what did she think of your performance, may I ask?
I mean, it was just so surreal to sit with her in the movie theater that I grew up going to every weekend in Boca Raton, Florida at Cinemark 20, which used to be Movico 20, but it's Cinemark 20 now. And yes, thank you to the one person who knows Boca, to the one Boca. No, but it was just very surreal to be able to share that with her in that theater and to hold her hand. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. Stop.
She's actually, I have something for you. Take it away.
What are you talking about?
Hi, Ariana. How are you? I just saw you in your wonderful, wonderful movie. I'm so proud of you. You made me so proud. Your talent is marvelous. I love you with all my heart.
That's the wise Nona.
Yes.
I love her so much. I was so excited for her advice.
I am very lucky to have my grandparents. My grandpa passed, but my grandparents were just such incredible human beings, and I feel like I learned so much from his work ethic and the way that he treats people. And he and John
That's right.
I
heard they remind you of each other because of the way they treat people.
Yeah, John reminds me a lot of my grandpa in that way, which is the absolute highest compliment in the entire world. He was the best person in the world. But
isn't that funny how we find, especially growing up in this industry, I always thought I will find the people that behave in a way that I want to model myself after.
Right.
I don't have anybody I love that overreacts. You know, I'm like shocked because I'm such an overreactor. Oh my God. I mean, I'm a big feeler. I'm a big emoter, which is confusing because as a performer, you're wanting to keep all of that on the surface to access at any time.
Right.
So I always was like, well, I should be a big feeler. That'll be good for work. And now I'm like...
It's perfect for work.
And then I became a mother and I was like, I got to rein this in. I got to figure this out. Okay. Whenever I was doing things, I always loved when people asked me silly questions. Like,
my God,
as if they told me more about me than some of the obvious questions. So will you play silly questions with me?
I will definitely play silly questions.
I have something for you while we play the silly questions.
There's so many gifts. What do you mean?
Well, I have something that's extremely exciting and special, and now it's owned in private hands. But for the purposes of our sit down, they loaned it to us. Bring out the original Glinda wand, please. Thank you, Angel. I'm just going to take you right over here, honey. That is the original wand.
Oh no. You're so thoughtful. This is crazy. Thank you.
Back where it should be.
Oh gosh.
In Glinda's hands.
Thank you guys. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Bye. I'm kidding.
You look so perfect with it.
Thank you. How did you even how did you pull this off?
I have to give credit to everyone on this show because literally we were so excited about you coming here. We were like, okay, let's get the wand, let's get Nona, and all the producers just, you deserve this kind of honor. That's the bottom line. How about that? Okay. Thank you. Isn't it? By the way, you guys have to know it's super heavy. It's like all lead.
Yes, but it's like I can't.
And like the little jewels are intact.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
That is the original wand from The Wizard of Oz. Oh. So there you go. There she is.
Oh my God.
So hold the wand and answer me these silly questions if you don't mind. Okay, here we go.
Oh my God. Okay.
What song do you have on repeat right now?
Ooh. Dancing Through Life by Johnny Bailey.
Excellent. I am so in love with him.
He's the best person in the world.
Cynthia said buckle up for 2 because he's even in it more. And he can do no wrong. No. He can play every type of character. He is so darn sexy and so compelling, and I'm crazy for him.
He's the best, and Cynthia is the best, and they're both so beautiful in the second movie. Wait till you see everyone's Where We Go. I can't say anymore, but they're both so insanely, yeah.
Good news is everyone will be there.
I can't believe I'm holding this, guys. I'm sorry. I feel distracted. I'm like, what am I going to do? Oh,
okay, what is your worst habit?
Oh, okay. So when I get a manicure, if there's anything, like any glops of glue, or any tiny bit of gel that I can like find, I'll chew it off. And and then I ruin the whole thing, and then it's like it goes all downhill from there.
I'm picturing a present I'm going to get for you.
Oh, no, what? Okay. No more presents.
Oh.
It's my turn.
This one's from me to you. I was thinking of getting you like a little mini, those roller files that they have at the nail salon. That's what you need, a little...
You know what? I do, actually.
You have one?
No, I do need
good.
one.
Okay, good. I'm getting you one. Okay. Is there any other Broadway musical in history that speaks to you as something you would ever consider doing?
I love Lady of the Lake, Spam-A-Lot.
Spam-A-Lot. See, that's that comedy.
I love like the Christopher Guest movies and SNL.
Yes.
Like I've always loved
Best in Show.
Yes,
is my favorite movie in the world. I can watch it every day, all the time.
Did you happen to see The Drowsy Chaperone when it was on Broadway?
No.
You would love that show. That's another one that I love. It's so cute. You would love it. Sorry. I admire you so much because I know how hard you do work to learn and to take care of yourself and to grow. And I know how young you started. And I don't know too much about, what your relationship has been to this industry the whole time, but I do know what you have shared publicly about it. And I just have to say, it can be ugly sometimes. And your strength and your heart and like who you are, the light that you bring, and your ability to dance in the rain and preserve that childlike wonder. And I know that does take a lot of hard work to come home to like little Drew and embrace her and to get there and do that work. It's hard, and I just wanted to say that because I admire you so much, not only because of your brilliant work, but because of the light that you bring and how happy you make people, because that's really the most important thing. I just had to say that.
That means so much to me coming from you. I, as a mother, look at you so proud that my daughters and I love you so much because you're such a good person. And what you've done with this film and your life and your work is you've shown that no matter what, because it can be dark and ugly sometimes, is that you just find that beauty because it's there. You put one foot in front of the other and you be yourself. And the fight to be oneself is so hard and confusing for every human being on this planet. But you put out a film that literally in this world brings people together. Do you know what an accomplishment that is? Oh my God. I asked Cynthia what was going to happen when we came together, and she was like, I don't know.
She said the same thing to me. She's like, I don't know what's going to happen. She was like, you two are going to, I don't know.
I've never known what it was like to put my own happiness first. I've been a tremendous people pleaser my whole life. I think that's an occupational hazard that we go through. I think anybody who puts a lot of themselves into something at a young age will probably develop those habits. How can I not be there for everybody all the time?
But Drew would get tired sometimes, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I think the most important thing that we can learn as recovering people pleasers on this couch.
It is. I am a recovering people pleaser.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Are you?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, good.
We did a sketch about it on SNL, and I was like, this isn't a sketch. This is my life. No, but I really think that the most important thing that we can learn is like, we can give and give and give because it makes us really happy and meet people, and human connection is like my favorite thing. I love meeting people. I love having lovely, meaningful interactions and conversations with strangers and lovely people and like old people in the park and anyone. I really do. But sometimes when we are tired or giving too much.
Battery drained.
It's okay to have a boundary in a loving and respectful way. Boundaries will save your life.
Terry's done a great job. Wait, you and Terry have done great work together, and it takes the two of you. By the way, we've tried to correspond before. In fact, I have a record of our our DMs.
Oh, thank goodness.
But I didn't know how to do it. If you show it on the screen, so you sent me. I don't know what that is. What is that?
It's a voice note. I don't know what it says.
You can send a voice note on a DM?
Yes.
I didn't understand it.
Why is it 1 minute long? I need to relax.
And then I
need to
sent
relax.
you one back 6 months later when I found it.
And I think by that point you had my number as well.
Well, and then funny enough, you sent me another voice memo, but I'm just gonna make sure this is my phone number.
Thank you.
And I would love to be in touch. And we can talk about boundaries and humanity and love of people and joy and fierceness and not going to bed angry. And not self-abandoning.
Yes.
Your grandfather would be so proud at how good you are to people, and it's so key to know that you have boundaries and have figured that out, because then it's going to balance it out so beautifully, and then you'll have the life that you deserve as you're so giving and incredible to everyone else.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you. I love you.
Barry and Terry are feeling good right now somewhere. They just feel a flutter. Wicked is in theaters now. I think you know that, so we'll be right back.